我知道咧，可能 Christy 你嚟緊都備戰緊全運會喎，可唔可以都同我哋講下你而家有冇嘅訓練上有冇轉變啊，或者有啲咩唔同？
以往我就跑馬拉松多嘅，今次就短啲啦，1/4距離10公里。咁我哋講求嘅速度會快啲嘅，雖然佢短啲，但我哋速度嘅練習係需要多啲嘅。咁但係咧，啱啱嘉豪講嘅速度訓練咧，係包括我哋嘅間歇跑啦，即係可以跑下停下，跑下中休息下，然後再衝刺。咁但係呢個強度咧係又不能太多嘅，因為會增加受傷嘅風險啦。咁所以呢度做體嘅時候咧，自己本身膝頭哥都受傷嘅時候咧，都會 keep 住咗一啲嘅體能訓練啦，或者重力訓練咧，都唔可以減得太多咁樣咯。係啦，咁所以呢個都係一個即係拿捏嘅關鍵。所以有時點解要教練去幫你編排，究竟邊一日你覺得邊個好啲，或者隻腳出現狀況嘅時候，我哋會唔會轉一個模式去練另一個啱啱講嘅，可能就係均速跑係啦，代替呢個 interval 咧，或者隔多幾日先至做咧。咁所以個編排上都緊要嘅。
明白，咁我哋都希望你嘅全運會順利啊，係啊。咁我知道可能好多入門嘅時候咧，啲人都會揀可能嚟緊渣打馬拉松咁樣去做一個入門嘅選項啦。有冇啲 tips 可以俾下大家？第一次跑馬拉松應該去點樣練習啊，或者係點樣可以避免受傷嘅狀況？
你先啊。
通常我都會睇下個路段有幾挑戰性先。咁譬如你話渣打嘅，其實渣打就挑戰性都多嘅，即係你話就算係短極10公里咧，其實佢天橋上邊咧都有啲起伏上落嘅。咁所以咧，我哋有時不論尤其是半馬全馬就更加多。咁我哋會通常一定要叫啲選手你參加得半馬全馬，尤其是咧一定練呢啲長少少嘅斜坡啊咁樣，練嗰次啲吃力嘅，但係你發覺到比賽嘅時候咧，你發覺會輕鬆咗，同埋唔好以為上斜難落斜就易喎，其實落斜都係個關鍵嘅。有啲人實問我落斜點樣可以快得嚟，又可以唔好太傷膝頭哥啊，或者有時太快落去咧，好似個氣都未回到，本來應該係放鬆，即係當自己休息嘅階段，但係就衝爆咗落到平路又好似好攰咁樣，明明落緊斜係啦。咁所以咧，我都會建議大家會做多啲，除咗體能訓練啦，斜路訓練都好緊要，係長斜啦嚇，係咁樣咯。
係啦，咁啊，記晶講咗少少訓練上面啦，咁啊訓練係好重要嘅。如果你係真係馬拉松嘅話咧，真係要開始啦，仲有14個禮拜，係啦，就係馬拉松。係啦，如果你話真係一個全馬嚟講未開始練嘅話咧，即係唔係話夠，係叫做OK 啦，你有隔3個月嘅練習，好啦，去試下啦，冇問題嘅。但係你要跑得好嘅話，係要再長啲嘅時間嘅。但係如果你仲未開始嘅話，你加油。係啦，10K 半馬嘅 OK 嘅，咁同埋睇下大家想要咩目標咯。你想要完成嘅，咁啊 OK 都夠時間。你想做得好啲嘅，咁就要下次再早少少去 planning 啦。咁另外啦，咁啊其實我哋講緊跑步，好多人都以為唔使裝備，其實真係要。你唔想隻腳受傷，我哋有一對 fit 自己嘅鞋。我哋 fit 自己嘅鞋咧，係好講我哋嘅腳型㗎。因為其實如果講我自己啊，我係一個比較畸形嘅人。我隻腳咧落地咧，我右腳同左腳落地嘅方式咧係有少少唔同㗎，所以有時啲鞋咧，我有時可能覺得左邊右邊個感覺都會有少少唔同嘅，咁所以我揾鞋咧我都會少少撩撚啲嘅，對我嚟講係啦。咁再加埋咧我跑咗好多年啦，我而家咧係着唔到一啲好薄避震唔夠嘅鞋嘅，我係要着啲避震 protect 好啲嘅，個 cushion 會好少少嘅，有回彈力嘅，咁我先着到。好似我而家我會着對厚少少嘅鞋，係啦，真係好舒服，係啦。好似以前我細個咧着白飯魚去練習㗎，我哋以前咧細個係着白飯魚，哇，好硬㗎，係啦，佢跑咗個10K，跟住之後換咗對跑鞋，哇，跑鞋咁舒服嘅，係啦，真係個受傷嘅機會咧真係減低咗好多嘅。咁所以嗰個裝備上面啦，鞋方面咧你要 fit 自己，因為有啲人咧個 arch 我哋個腳弓。有啲人高足弓、低足弓、扁平足，甚至乎落地嘅方式，全掌、中掌、前掌。有啲人咧係腳刀落先嘅，係嘛？咁啊好多唔同嘅方式咧，咁其實都係講緊對鞋嗰個每一對鞋設計嗰個情況啦。
The evolution, so from cotton sportswear to the streetwear ready sportswear. And the second part was the revolution and how we demand our sportswear from function to fashion. And the part 3 is the future, any advanced design, smart and sustainable. So let's rewind hundreds years ago, the sportswear evolution. Okay, you can see that the sportswear not always a very fashion statement. in the early 20s, it was purely functional. And think about those thick woolen jacket and then those sportswear. They are very functional, but like in 1920, you can recognize this is the tennis star Suzanne Latlin. In 1920, she already dared to challenge the law. And her shorter tennis dress was not just practical, it was rebellion against those Victorian constraints. And then fast forward, you can see in 1970, the sportswear become linked with the subculture and celebrity. Like disco star, you can see the sequin and very trendy track shoes, hip hop, and it makes a lot of changes. And then you may also notice that one, James Fonders, the aerobic craze, okay, and she's the one that turning the spandex into a fitness revolution.